Well, it's been almost a week since the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie. Her family renewing their plea for her potential captors to reach out after several purported ransom notes have been received.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
The video was posted hours after police say they believe Guthrie to still be alive. Ransom notes that were sent to several media outlets are also being investigated. Investigation is also jointly being conducted with the FBI, who have issued a $50,000 reward for information in the case. Officials say Guthrie was last seen on January 31st after having dinner with family before being dropped back home. She was reported missing by her family the next day. Joining us now is John Pistole, former deputy director of the FBI. John, certainly, again, as we watch these developments happen, in particular from the family, we did hear that update from police yesterday. What do you make of these latest developments? As again, there are the ransom notes that are in play. Apparently, they're trying to be verified right now, but also the family making another plea.
Well, right, Matt. I think there's a couple of critical issues here that people are looking for, the investigators, both the local authorities and then, of course, the FBI involvement now. And that is, the key thing is she still alive? There has been no proof of life provided to the family, and that's what her son was referring to in his plea yesterday to the reported kidnappers. So is she alive, and how do they demonstrate that she's alive in this age of AI? So in the past, they would have a photo or with a newspaper or something back in the old days saying, okay, today's date and here she is. That obviously won't suffice today. And so that's one of the key things. And then trying to make sure that they have scoured all the forensic evidence. The physical evidence has been pretty well reported on, blood on the porch and her phone left behind and of course not syncing up with her pacemaker and things like that. But is there other forensic evidence, and is there anybody else who knows of something? And that's why they have issued the reward. So a lot of mostly unanswered questions from that press conference yesterday.
Yeah, and certainly, again, at least understanding, maybe some of that information, how close they might be. They're saying they're getting tips from the public. They've got over 100 tips, at least for right now, and they're hoping that one of those is going to crack the case. But we're also seeing, again, these family pleas as well. How does all of that, when you have an investigation as public as this, how does that all play in order to hopefully, having, again, a good end to this case?
Well, that's right, Matt. So the key is, what is the motive of the kidnapper or kidnappers? Why did they get into her house and abduct her? And it's usually in these situations financial. It may be ideological, but it's usually financial. But with no specific demands that have been reported, other than what they're saying is, yes, there is a ransom demand and all that. So the question is, if they're not communicating with the family, then how does the family pay that ransom? And how can that be traced? Whether, through Bitcoin, obviously is very challenging to trace that. But without specific information and without proof of life, it makes it problematic for everybody involved. And of course, the longer she goes, 6 days now without her meds, presumably, and without medical care from whatever the wound was, it resulted in the blood on the porch there. So there's still a lot of unanswered questions, and I think what the family is doing is trying to reach out and develop some empathy with the kidnapper. Say, you know what, let us know what you want. Let us know that she's alive. We just want her home safely, and then leave it up to the authorities. And the bottom line is the FBI, the local law enforcement agency, will leave it up to the family to decide what they want to do. If they want to pay a ransom, that's up to them. So the FBI will obviously advise them and say, here's the circumstances that we would and advise you to do this or that, but it's completely up to the family.
Okay. John Pistole, former deputy director of the FBI. Appreciate your time today and on this, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, man.